city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Two teams ready to square off. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. On the visitor's sideline, it's the Vikings head man Kevin O'Connell. His team looking for a second straight victory after the win a week ago. On the other side, the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. He's going to like not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, we're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
First down throw was incomplete, and now 2nd and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he will score! Justin Jefferson! Touchdown, Vikings! It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here's Steven Sims to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former star at Alabama. It's Jalen Milroe at quarterback.
Sometimes you can just see a player who is clearly playing what they call the zone, right, Mike? Last week when we went back and watched him, I mean, whether he was throwing touchdowns or scoring with his legs, the defense just simply didn't have an answer for him. He was arguably the best player on the field, regardless of position. If he's able to continue to do that here, it's going to be a tough group to beat.
He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. From the 29, here's 2nd and 7.
Come on. 19 Tiger.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Warrior 70.
Play action, it's Milroe. Open downfield is Wiley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The rookie from Alabama on target there. It is a first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles.
Milroe going to hold on to this one. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
Throwing now, Milrow on first down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. Open, left side is Barner. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
A gain there of 11. First down, Seattle.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
First down, we'll keep it on the ground, and here's Charbonnet. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and inches at the Vikings' 2-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions, 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Dixie Maverick, Dixie Maverick.
Now it's Milrow. To the goal line and in. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seattle.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Seahawks come right back to tie it at 6. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no return here. This is a touchback. The Vikings offense ready to get going with their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Now here's Aaron Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. is one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Minnesota.
1st down.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact in. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch. The middle, here's Jones. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the 1st down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Play action now. It's McCarthy. His fullback releasing. He's going to bring it in. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
Automatic 1st down.
So the penalty sets up this offense for 1st and goal. They run straight ahead with Jones. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now in 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. To throw, it's McCarthy. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that...
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
That is intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love.
Amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you got to make the most of it.
fires now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Been a mixed bag so far. Very sharp looking on that opening drive for a touchdown. And pretty well was given right back with the pick six just a moment ago. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will... down on the other side of midfield. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. Look wide, get this one complete. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards. But we'll need to check on the call. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That's how he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
We are through 1. 14-7 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 12 to go. In motion, it's Jefferson. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
What an impressive play by this linebacker. I mean, Mike, back in the day, you would never see a linebacker take down a wide receiver in the open field like that. But these guys are tremendous athletes who can really hold their own in space. And he killed that play before it even had a chance to develop.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Will Reichard on for the Vikings field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 4 at 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Sim. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Their own 34-yard line.
Red. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Starting this drive on the ground. Here comes Charbonnet. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
From the gun, it's Milrow. Flush to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Third down and 9.
Ready. Viking 18.
Now Milrow. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Go. Cougar 19. Cowboy 80. Go.
Off the play fake, here's Milrow. Complete to the forward Buckeye, Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
On the 6.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Check. Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun, they're going to give it to Charbonnet. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Come on, come on. Hit. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Milrow gonna look to run it himself. And they're at first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Now it is first and goal.
Let's go. Pack the 60. Pack.
They'll run here, and it's Charbonnet. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Defenses always have to make a decision, like how do they want to defend the zone read? Some teams want the quarterback to keep the ball. They want the ability to tackle the quarterback. Other teams, they want it to be a give read, and that's what we saw here. They were ready for it, and they take the running back down for a loss.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Now they'll throw it with Milrow. This one caught the full. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up third and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Robbie Boots. Touchdown, Seattle. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
not every team in the league even carries a fullback. But, man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And that will lead to a second down. From the gun, it's a run. It's Jones.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. So on fourth down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Steven Sims ready to take this one back. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense, quarterback Jalen Milroe making their way back out there. And he continues to show off his ability to run with football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Now Charbonnet. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
It is 2nd and 9.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash circle.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. From the shotgun, it's Milroe. Open man is Horton. It's caught. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And going to be taken down right at midfield. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
On the handoff, it's Charbonnet. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now it's Milrow. Taken in right side by Barner. Now Seattle's going to use the first of their timeouts, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Let's go now. Look at my team.
Milrow. Looking down the field there. It falls incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
60 by 6, 60 by Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Milrow on 3rd down. That one incomplete. Outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one in the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. On the return, here's Sim. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and quarterback Jalen Milrow making their way back out there. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. operating from their own 23. They'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go. Viking 18.
On the zone read, it's a give to Charbonnet. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80.
To the air, it's Milrow. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Seattle.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Here's Milrow to throw. Forced to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
On 1st down, it's Milrow. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
On the zone read, this is Milrow.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
3rd and 6.
Bronco 80.
Play action, it's Milrow. Moving outside the pocket. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mekhi Blackman. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down. To be 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
On 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On play action, here's McCarthy. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The Seahawks offense, quarterback Jalen Milrow making their way back out there. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but the wheels as well. The NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18.
On first down, they'll start with Charbonnet. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
A 7-yard loss.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80.
Now Milroe facing third and long. Forced out wide. He's going to air this one out. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one. Falls incomplete. So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll run. This is Mason. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Throwing is Milroe. Rolling right. There's to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
Here's a run inside, and it's sharp and edge. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Smith in Jigba there for the catch. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They get 22 yards there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80.
On play action, Milrow. Out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Ready.
Charbonnet in the back, and he goes straight ahead. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. The big defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, brings that one to an end.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
From the gun, it's Milrow. Got it with Smith in Jigba. That's head number 40 on the season for him.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Seattle Seahawks.
The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Milrow. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Let's go.
Now Milrow. Get this complete to Horton. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's good for 27 and a first down. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
2nd and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready,
Milrow gonna hold on to this one. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 11 and quickly pick up 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now timeout for an injured player. It's Justin Jefferson, a man they cannot afford to lose. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Working his way out left. And he'll go into a slide here. They're going to mark him just short of the 1st down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
He'll try to run for it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Goes now on 1st and 10. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll send the receiver in motion to the left. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in! Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Riker down on for the extra point. He's got it. The Vikings are able to cut the deficit to 10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Sim. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. And they have been solid this year on 3rd down. We saw evidence of that again on the last drive for 3. And they'll start with another drive here. Handoff, heading left is Charbonnet. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
Brings up 2nd down.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Back. Craft all 80. Coming.
They'll go again here with Charbonnet. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves.
Give to Charbonnet. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Ready. Count. Liking 18.
They go play action now with Milrow. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
From the 20, here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go now. Hawk, that's
On the give, this is their fullback. And that'll give them the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Sometimes you just have to keep it simple. You don't need to overthink things on 2nd and short. Give it to the big guy behind you, send him crashing forward through the line, pick up the first down.
18 Cardinal.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Stretch the eagle! Stretch the eagle! Go!
Running from the pistol, it's Charbonnet. And you'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack.
A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. Inside the 30. And he'll be taken down. That is about the craziest situation you'll ever see. Huge gain on the play, but still not enough for the first down. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped. They can get to him back at the 15-yard line. Snap on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw. And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. To the end zone, it's intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 14-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position, being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back in the field.
Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. That's the 2nd charge timeout for Minnesota, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd down.
On the jump. Here we go. Back. Gotta be lying.
On the ground, Charbonnet. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
That's good.
The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
70. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now Charbonnet. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Now, Milrow, this is a designed run. Still churning, but he lost the football. The Vikings have got it. What a shame to get a big gainer out of the running game. Just at the end, turn it over. The defense walks off the field with the football.
Mike, we don't see rush plays of that length very often in the NFL, so then you finally get one, and it's a shame you forget to protect the ball, and it leads. The takeaway.
This is 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. We've got a receiver. It's Ty Felton. Here's 2nd down.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll clock it there with 10 seconds to go in the game. The 12's making noise in Seattle before 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. Going to come away from here with a well-earned victory.
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the